starting with last week. So last week we actually had time to take a look at a little bit of two VODs, which was nice. Obviously, we aren't going to be looking at the Sova Icebox or the Breach split, but this was just minor util things. The more important thing that we bolded was reading minimap as we're coming out of the smoke if we're not first in, so we can kind of, get some info, understand where to pre-aim, figure out if we're Group A, Group B type of thing. Are we going to be covering smokes, clearing a different angle, or holding a different angle? This is obviously skills that all relate to being part of the execute. So I guess the first question would be, did you feel like you were executing often for this to kind of come into play this week?
I would say yeah, for sure. Especially I think I was very aware of it when I was playing. I had 2 Breach split games, I think, that I was very focused on it, and as well as a Lotus game where they were this kind of thing was like at the forefront of my thought. And yeah, it definitely helps at least organize things a little bit. And I think because it's more frequent now that I am first or second in, honestly, rather than fourth or third. Bringing that awareness is made that whole thing a lot easier, and I'm not gonna get caught off guard because usually I'm not the person that has to worry about that.
Right.
I guess is what I'm saying. But yeah, it's definitely strengthened my executes a bit.
Okay. We'll definitely take a look at this Sunset game from that lens, especially because we're starting attack side, which is really nice. And then if there's anything else that shows up, I'll definitely try and point that out. But yeah, let's hop into it. I also thought this was a cat at first. Above your thing.
I forgot that was over there. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, is that a cat? But
honestly, it's probably.
I remember asking you didn't have a cat.
Yeah, I don't have dogs. It's unfortunate that I felt really bad about attack in this one. I guess I don't know. I wasn't super locked in until maybe midway through. I guess I don't know.
I gotcha.
I was not happy about the start of this game.
Later game as well, it looks like later in the day, so maybe energy levels potentially, but definitely take a look here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard that as well.
Let's see. Interesting that we're going mid. Someone make a pre-round?
Yeah, I really wanted to go mid. It wasn't really anything other than just go mid.
I gotcha. That's weird. What type of duelist likes to go mid on this map? Not me.
I was like, all right, I'm down. And, I thought, okay, cool, we'll take market based on that. That is not what happens.
A lot of people like to push top mid in the higher ranks, which I quite like to go top mid.
I'm down for top mid. But we break door.
Yeah, we broke door. Yeah, that was the problem, huh?
Yeah. And then my KO no com runs through.
Yeah, there's also a vice wall up here.
Yeah.
Reloading. Scanning ahead.
I was upset because we just stood still after this. Fight that guy.
Yeah, it's a good shock. What a weird round. Like, 2 guys are going market, 2 guys are going here. Yeah. Between the 2 of us, you and Trevor, I feel like we should be able to, figure out how the fuck to get your team into the correct place. Just because you guys have the 2 supporting util. But yeah, that's a little strange. Let's go back and take a look at the actual fight here. So we break door, we see the Sova there, we start. He breaks start. Looks like we saw him right side. Okay, so this is the mini-map thing potentially, because that's kind of what I wanted to look at anyways. We spot him for a second here, and when you're in cover, you do look at mini-map. It looks like you're looking at your KO maybe, but we see the question mark on the right side. But notice when you come back out.
I definitely know he's right.
So yeah, the pre-aim needs to be better here, because we're kind of in the middle. I think you're going to get fucking laid out anyways, to be fair, just because we have to kind of hold W in this corridor. But something you could do, because you notice your homie next to you on the left here, you could walk up on this right wall and look left side while he's covering your right side. I'm drawing a shit ton of fucking lines here, but you can kind of get the point. And that part of scaling is really, really important. If you're both here and you're both trying to fight this, you're going to cover each other, and it's going to be really awkward. So if you notice you're first in here, we have to go this way so that this guy can hold this line for you, and then you can close the distance and take the fight there.
Yeah, 100%. It felt really awkward. I immediately tried to like get wider because I know he's on the right, but then I bumped into Trevor and then I ate a shock dart and I was like, "Why? We're just standing still." And yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trevor definitely had a timing to go a little bit earlier for sure. It looks like he reloaded there and then you darted. He could have went with your dart here. Like he could be going up with your dart, but he kind of stood still. So, I mean, that's where he lost his timing. That's probably why you felt rushed. I wonder if it's just better for you in general to let this guy go and then you kind of play the slow, like, you know, just here.
Yeah, probably.
And then if he doesn't go, you don't go type of thing. But I do like that you're trying to go. It just, being first in is a whole different skill than being second in, you know?
Yeah. Fight that guy. Yeah.
Man, nice shot by him.
Standing still.
Oh.
Wait, how?
B.
Oh, this guy timing that KO in the smoke. That's fucked.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next,
Oh, I don't think it's getting.
round 2.
Come into the unknown.
Little mid fight. I'm down for the mid fight.
Oh, I don't think it's getting pushed
Yeah,
now.
I'm down to go in the smoke. Or this is fine too. Or default. There's a play that Canes does where he smokes top mid. Let me actually switch the clove to show you. This might actually be useful for Trevor as well, but you can combo with your dart. So, where's clove? Oh, here. Let me switch sides. Okay. So, pretend like I'm Canes, because this guy's a freak. Round is gonna start. Oh, I can't do both. Like round start, smoke, and then door is closed. He just knifes out, goes all the way up here. Pretend like that door is closed. Knifes out, runs up here, goes on the left side of the smoke, peeks out here, and then comes out to kill this guy. Because if a lot of people will be on this side of top mid, so when the smoke comes up, they're not that ready to reposition. You can combo this with your dart when maybe one or both of you are in the smoke and you dart this side. So you hard clear this side here, and then the dart pings this guy or makes him shoot it, and then you can get the timing on him. That could be a really cool eco play you guys try to do together.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I think I did like under Peel, or like I definitely have done that in Premier. I know for sure.
For sure.
Oh, we were just
Oh, they're just going.
It's a cool like 1 to 2 player strat you could do. Yeah, I mean it seemed like the goal was to like go mid break door. On eco rounds like that, I mean you could definitely get value on it, but I always try to do some crazy shit in round 2 or farm orbs, either or. Let's see how this plays out.
Noise, so I guess we're going.
Circle's right. Boop. Okay, dart spawn. Or sight. I'm down.
Standing ahead.
Okay. This guy's an idiot. Like, why is he playing there?
Odd place to
We
play.
were all confused about that.
Yeah.
They're smoking three.
I mean, I'm down. We got our kill. What the fuck was that? That's weird. Okay. Let's see.
Fear I died before I got a shot off.
We're working B.
That's a good deal.
Um,
Wait, they're gonna be here? It's fucking forced. Oh man.
down for a B. We really should be working A a lot though, because our A fight's kind of mid. But I think B is fine. Oh wow. They're
Yeah,
playing
it would
Chamber
feel a
Omen.
lot better to go.
Take flight.
Yeah, that's the secret to Sunset. You treat it like Lotus Fracture, you just go A a shit ton.
Left side, open back side.
Don't like I've looked at probably 5 or 6 Sunset VODs at this point on different roles, and B is only what like you go B when you have ultis. It's kind of like what I've noticed, and then everyone just goes A or mid. It's just like,
Yeah, that totally makes sense to me.
I think there's three here.
but it's good the default here. It's just more map wise. Like it's one lane, so if you get B main control, it's like cool, you got this. But if you get mid control, you might be able to get this, this, or this. Or if you go A, you obviously split them into 2. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Cypher's
But
like
you do get the orb. Sometimes it's good to default B if you're breaking Senti util. Somehow our Cypher is all the way up A, so it works out.
Should not be clear.
He kept getting the most ridiculous timings, and I don't know how.
It's the goat lurker. I'm down.
Revealing area.
Nice.
What the fuck? The Vice was on site? What?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, I don't know how he's getting these.
That's something.
Nice, Cypher.
I mean, I'm down.
Let me in.
Alright, I'm 1 HP, so
Yeah.
let's set up somewhere where you can bait me.
We haven't had too many
Flag planted.
post plants or executes. It's just been
Out of charges.
defaults into it and post
No, I
plants.
was gonna say you just go die for me. Yeah, this works.
Yeah, this is
Nice fight,
fine.
Oh, this is a little
Lurk
bit
smoke.
difficult now.
I'll do.
I'm a TP.
Well, fake
At least one
TP.
lane.
be on top of the box.
This looks fine so far. 105. Omen spawn. Duck. Start.
Revealing area.
Both 2 lane, left 2 lane.
Swing.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, this is fine. Rush the fight a little bit. I'd probably read my minimap a little bit more here. But you're doing it purely off of contact, it looks like. You see minimap, you look, scan, you peek, and then I see. This guy died. Okay. Slight wide peek. Yeah, okay. It's okay. I would have liked to see potentially a tight peek. You could isolate this a little bit better. And since you know there's 2, it's probably in your best interest to do so.
Yeah, no, I definitely go too wide.
One
Yeah, a
enemy
little bit quick here, but
Now.
on the round. It was a good post-plant contact anyways.
On top mid.
Working B again.
Deploying drone.
I think I'm just so used to defaulting here
Well,
because
they
of
won our Cypher now.
Cypher.
Yeah.
And I break trip and then I play the rest of the round typically. On the
It's similar to what I remember you were doing on Haven. Like you would drone C long, and then you would like kind of look for fights, get the orb type of thing.
side of B main.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
that's
necessarily a bad
Too
thing, but
dissimilar. Oh my god, I can't fucking grab orbs. Oh, we go.
One backside, one mark.
Scanning
Okay.
area.
We have to go here.
the dart. Yeah, I like the timing.
ups.
You recognize that the market players are fighting.
Oh, we go.
One backside, one mark.
Called, we go, and then you get your timing here. Dart actually made a ton of space for you. That's a huge kill.
He's upside now.
Yeah, I'm blind. I can't fight.
We alphaed that guy.
Yeah, I know. That's why I told you.
Good jiggles by that guy, honestly.
Yeah.
Go back and
He's
take a look at
upside now.
this.
Yeah, I'm blind. I can't fight. I should kill him on my initial peak. I mean,
That's why I told
Yeah, that's a hard kill. Like obviously, if you get it, best case scenario. We'll slow it down real quick, just because I want to see it in slow. But peak looks fine, really. Our preaim's just slightly off, and then this guy's moving like a beast. So he's playing that really well.
Wow.
Damn, this round's just like, how did it fall apart so quick?
we go.
We traded the chamber. He only killed 1. Okay, so now it's 4v4.
upside now.
Yeah, I'm blind. I can't fight.
We're blind. He gets the kill.
Yeah, I know. That's why I told you.
And then the guy flooded out CT. Man, beast fighting is fucking hard on Sunset, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
This Jet also made it past this line here, even though we had 2 players coming up. Maybe he smoked and crossed, or he just didn't care.
Based on how that Jet was playing the entire time, they're an A2 player, but like they're clearly
Like,
like a
ult-
higher rated. It's
Yeah.
clearly a higher rated player's ult account because their overall ACS is like 280 over across 30 games. Their stats are crazy. So yeah, they definitely just like disrespected us the entire game.
Good fast flood, yeah. This is a tough round. I like your timing to come out here. I don't really think there's much you can do differently this round. Like obviously, if you kill the Omen, it's a little bit different, but you can't really bet on that. I think we made good decisions this round. The only thing that we could really adjust is our starting position. That's literally all we could change, and maybe even if you wanted to, like instead of droning B main, which to be fair, they're playing chamber, so droning is fine. But the fact that we made noise off rip, I guess, incentivizes the rotate to come earlier, and maybe that's why the Jet was here. Is my point. So
Yeah.
a little bit conflicting in that sense, but
You were blind, that's why. That's like
Go by next.
I do think it's going to be a little bit of the starting position and the noise. Let's see this though. I do quite like the elbow dart.
Revealing area.
Okay, should be able to drone this. If we go right side. Typically, most Sovas would be going left side. I would say like, when I played Sova on this map, which Sunset was my best win rate map on Sova and the Rays, I would go heavy left side. When I watched Oxy play ISO, also go heavy left side. When I watched Oxy play ISO, is that what I said? Yeah. And then I watched who did I watch play Sova? I watched someone play Sova, and they were just going heavy left side. You drone through the one way on the floor, you go on the bottom, you just go left side. So if
That
you went
is
left side
typically
here, I think you win.
Yeah, that's typically my preference to go left. My raise satcheled fast, so I didn't need the drone, and we didn't have anybody going elbow here, so I was like, I guess I'll pick up the elbow space. But yeah, typically on a rush, I prefer being able to run left side drone, and then either fight through that one way, or like it kind of depends on what happens while I'm droning, I guess.
Okay, so it kind of sounds like you're like what I'm hearing your thought process was since your raise made it through already and your no one else went elbow, you decided to go and fill in the gap. Is that
Pretty much, yeah.
okay? So that's good. That's good insight. We need to change the way we think about attack. So attack is all about spacing. It's literally all spacing and timing. Like those are going to be the biggest two things on executes. Like if you go fast, it's almost never about filling in gaps. I don't give a fuck about this lane right now. We have a stinger.
Right.
This guy's going quick. We're the closest player to our raise at this point in time. We have to be there. I don't even give a fuck if we have bomb. You know, it's like timing and spacing is going to be the biggest thing here. Now, it might be slightly different if the dart like got broken and you had to peek this guy and then that caused you to get off timing of the raise. But the most important thing you need to realize here is dart didn't scan. So it's kind of clear, at least this point here is pretty clear. And this guy is going quick. So you go heavy left side 9 times out of 10 here. Just keep that in mind. It's all about spacing.
That totally makes sense.
But yeah, gaps, I mean, leave the gaps to group B players, you know? Like we're in group A here. You're just going with the homies. Spacing, timing, go, go, go. Like your KO and your Cypher, they can go fill in the gap. But I think if you went left there, I mean, you won't get the Vice kill. But notice how this guy's double sashing the fight site guy. You would be here covering the smoke right now. And then hopefully kill that flood. Which I don't know if he ends up flooding. Yeah, he does. So we'd be there fighting this guy with your KO right now, or maybe even slightly beforehand. Looks like no one dies on that exchange, and I raised does get the entry.
That is such a,
So that's good. They might flood out lane here. Oof, no, they don't. Good awareness on that.
down.
Reloading.
Dropped.
Okay. We're in post, which is good. We just have the drone here.
Spike planted.
I have a bucky.
Shock dart on my mark.
We're going to play offsite for the ult. Drone, please.
I would have liked to, maybe, but
Close.
I think I just wanted to like back up to these fights. I don't think I had a good idea of what to do just yet.
I gotcha. This is actually very not dissimilar to the Haven C post plant that we saw a couple of times, where as soon as we plant the bomb on Haven C, we should think about droning either to stall or to push a lane. So in this case here, we have 2 lanes to worry about, this one and this one. We just saw the Jet updraft earlier. So droning CT would be in our best interest here. Just because we know the player is there, you could probably tag that player and you can probably get a decent ult. But joining lane would also be completely acceptable. Honestly, it doesn't really matter what you drone here. We just have to drone something. So we have a better idea of numbers. And then also if there's like weak side. So let's say, for example, you drone and you saw 3 here. Like then you just like one brain cell push the Jet. Or if
Yeah,
you
100%.
know, so yeah, droning here is going to be your best friend. So we can kind of flowchart attack a little bit on executes, okay? So let's see, flowchart. Flow. Okay, we util early, typically, as a Sova. Then you're going to follow duelist. Okay. And then this is kind of where you are like in, I'm just going to draw this arrow back up. Now you're in group A, kind of doing whatever group A players do, you know, looking at minimap, filling in what they aren't clearing. So duelist clears right, you clear left, you hold the smoke, whatever. You're there in group A. We don't have to bring up that conversation too much. And then in post plant, ideally you have some type of util. So if you have util, you will drone or dart for a lane. Drone/dart. And typically you're going to fight something. That's going to be the most typical flowchart. Like if I think of any single map that I don't use both dart and drone for the exec, this is almost this is exactly what I'm going to do. Haven A long, if I just, you know, dart A short and I'm running into site and we get the early kills, I'm just going to drone on the post plant. Even C, typically I don't use both util. It's like either drone or dart. I am going to dart early and just run it down, shock dart maybe, get bomb down, drone post plant. But if you don't have the drone or dart, then this is kind of where you set up like crossfire, or you can contact, like contact push something. Contact push. Basically like, hey, double up with me. Let's just push this lane. This is your flow chart here pretty much. If we ignore group B. Now this is kind of hard to read now that I look at it, but that's kind of the thought process here. So we'll use this this framework when we look at next T round.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, 100% should be playing on site, should be looking for a lane there after the bomb plant.
It's like,
For
Omen
sure.
Chamber B.
We set the
Yeah.
tempo.
What's up, chat? What's up, chat?
Chamber likes to play.
Focus on the review here. I spotted A, okay. It's just chamber C. It's gonna be chamber Omen again, I guess. Omen top mid.
Take flight.
Up red side.
Enemy mark.
Good
James to
tag.
market.
Yeah.
One back side.
Dart
Never
ult.
ult this guy?
Yep, good calm.
I am the hunter.
He fell off.
That's good, that's good. I would keep ulting the CT smoke there to stop him from flooding, but it doesn't look like he will, so this was fine. Good
Yeah, that makes
ult.
sense, too.
Yeah. We secured the bomb site. Okay, so now we kind of need to be looking at minimap here.
He fell off.
Okay, so you look at minimap real quick for your thing here. You check minimap again on the rocket. You're looking, you see 2, so you see Omen Jet. And you look back at Crosshair, so this is why we missed the chamber info. We need to be looking at minimap until the last possible second. So if we were, you would have spotted this chamber here, and then you might have changed your routing. But regardless, you get the info anyway. It's just off of the context. Looks like Jet is spawned. We kind of need to get a good spot here. So similar to what we saw before, you see Jet here. You just killed this player. You could probably immediately walk this way. Like there's no threat here technically, because the Jet doesn't have timing to walk down. That's one play you could do. Other plays just double up with the Clove. Other play to do is go in this corner and spot CT. But something a bit
Jet was CT.
more reposition oriented because we had all the info we needed on the minimap there.
Yep. I think I ended up standing here for a while, and then I got schizo about flank.
I gotcha. But you can see how your KO is playing this. Like he's been a little bit running down energy this game, but he's doing a good job of repositioning. So if we take a look at the minimap real quick, your KO is coming out of B main. You kill this chamber. He knows the Jet spawn. So he's going to run up and he's just going to go fight. He knifes CT to see if the Jet's there. Okay, spotted. He heard the dash and now he's just fighting this. And it's your job here to pick up what your teammates are doing to see if you can support them. That's going to be the most important thing you can do as an initiator is reading what your teammates are doing and trying to capitalize off of their intent somehow. Whether or not it be seeing them running up and then you dart for them, or seeing them run up and see if you can just fight with them.
Flank trick, holy
But
shit.
yeah, we're missing a little bit of opportunities, I would say.
The Vice.
See this round here. Other defaulty.
Time I won't. They don't contest A main either. I mean, they have Visal for retake here. They have
You
Op.
want to
They have
play?
I'm jump
Let's
spotting.
play.
Oh, they one-weighted.
That's
Weird.
strange.
I'm
Definitely
trying to do
weird.
this.
Deploying drone.
They didn't close market. They parked in market.
Close.
Yeah, we could run this good down.
Revealing area.
Yeah. Wow, the ops here? That's a fucking huge kill. I keep going.
Yeah, I was very strange to me too.
Yeah. Okay.
Omen market.
Bomb down, looking mini map. You see 2. You see Omen Jet. Whoops. Spacebar just passed out. Okay, so notice how you're going here instead of market. I guess I need to get into your thought process here. So just walk me through the round.
Okay, yeah, so after getting that kill, I'm worried about the smoke, so I shock, and then I spam in case it's in the corner. I get bombed down. While I'm getting bombed down, I'm looking at minimap. I see there's 2 market, and I notice my Raze is backside. We flash this, so I start jumping up to play the cross, and then I die.
I see. So why the raise here instead of the
One
clove?
Well, they're already dead
Okay.
by the time bomb goes down. But yeah, like if Clove was still alive, I believe I would have started walking towards market. It kind of depends if my KO is going to go that way as well. I don't know. Because I like playing like the market contact angle right below the platform.
Right.
And that's typically like a routing I take, but
Mhm.
also I don't know. I feel like I don't always have a super good idea of where I'm going on this map particularly. I guess it's not. I haven't done something super consistent since B post plant. 5 guys in May died. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, the post plan is definitely different. Okay. To me, it feels so obvious to go into the market smoke here. But to you, it seems a bit more obvious to try and set up the crossfire with your raise. So I guess we have to kind of adjust how we're coming to that conclusion somehow. Because I will say, like, both are viable plays, but you just simply don't have the timing to go spawn. But also, like, the opportunity to go market here is just a lot better because your teammate just took the space. We have the info in the lane here. And if you go into the market smoke, you'll have a really good swing on this guy, like, in the corridor. That's kind of what I see.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I don't know why I was more inclined to go the other routing. I don't know if I mean, obviously I didn't have a lot of time to think about it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it has to be instinctual, right? Which is good that we're unpacking it out of game. Typically, you can only do this stuff when you're out of the game. I guess, like, when I look at distance, maybe that's why it's the first thing that I see. It's just like, physically, the market smoke is just way closer to me than the spawn crossfire. So, like, I'm really inclined to do that. Now, if I was playing Omen and I could, like, go from here and TP into the crossfire, then we can kind of have, like, a different option whether or not we go forward into the market smoke or just TPing to the cross. In which case, I think you can make an argument for either. But since we don't have that TP, I think your filter here should be distance based. Like, where is the closest play that I can make? And where is potentially the closest teammate I can help? And in this scenario, I mean, your Clove did die, but they had res. But regardless, even if the Clove dies, in my opinion, it would be better to go make the solo play to take the smoke. Because then you can try and, like, hold the smoke, or you can look for a timing on when they're trying to grab the gun. Or even if they already have a gun, you could probably just timing and peek through the smoke anyways. Which, yeah, I don't know.
I think some of it also comes down to me routing to take a safer play here because this was the second game of the day and I felt really bad in the first game. So I know that I was not super confident coming into the beginning of this game. So there may be an element of that as well, but also I did just, like, bunny hop through the one way and shoot the op. So I'm not sure that that actually has any ground.
Sure. Yeah, that's a tough one. Okay, we'll see if this is just a one-off or is a pattern. But we did fall off on the stinger round, which is a little bit concerning. We should still win, yeah. Okay.
I'm down for that.
Okay, let me listen to the pre-round real quick.
Came out of ult, so I was a little bit fucked.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I mean, our Cypher gets infinite space for free.
Okay.
KO op, I fucking believe it.
KO
Let's
free.
throw a KO knife. I'm gonna throw it, bro.
At this. Pretty clear. Wow, Cypher made it past the dart and he's already walked up A. And he insta-died. Okay, so it's Chamber, Sova A.
Vice here. Vice Cypher.
Okay. This is just the downside sometimes of trying to go B. It's all good.
Oh my.
They took mid space, they won the A fight. I mean,
Our team's ass.
this is the round sometimes.
Bro.
Huge kill.
Chamber was also. Hey.
Not really much to unpack here. This just comes down to pre-rounds. But
Don't zombies go.
Revealing area.
good luck
Swinging
here.
out, looking right.
Yeah, so he's looking right. You should technically look left side smoke here, or you would look backside here, just because Trevor has first contact.
Right.
But it's kind of hard to decide, given that this guy is so close. I probably just tunnel in the Omen too.
Why did I not stay in this?
Oh,
Three
I
gone.
don't know.
quick risk.
I won.
Oh, we're insta
Just went for
planting.
market.
This is scary.
Spike planted. My ult is ready.
Pickle. Oh, could have walked out. This chamber also could be out backside or flank.
Fuck.
That's tough. That's a tough clutch to win. I won't unpack the clutch too much. But nice shots.
Scanning ahead.
Was that the deep elbow dart? Oh yeah, that's a full one.
Yeah.
I walked up. Wait, what the fuck are we trying to accomplish here? Is this a default? You looking for an ult?
Which, as we can see, I was going. I don't remember what the plan was here.
Go through mid. Let's try to kill the Gemini.
I'm doing a deep
Did my rage want to kill mid? Was that what that was?
I think so.
Kill the jet mid.
Yeah, he said I wanted to
okay.
kill jet mid.
I was like, okay, I can support that. I'm doing a deep elbow dart because Loki, I think I
He
can
walked out
kill
the
the
smoke
Vice.
cut mid first round.
Okay, so
Oh,
you're
and if I tag Vice, I was gonna ult.
Scanning ahead.
I mean, I definitely see the logic. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't even think I realized my KO walked up here, which is kind of crazy because our Cypher just got punished for doing the same thing because he's been walking through A the entire half. So, but
Yeah. I guess maybe this is a personal thing. I don't Sova ult off of darts unless it's an execute. Like I only go for like Sova drone ult kills. I don't go for like blind ult kills, and I don't go for dart ult kills unless it's part of an execute. And I think when I remember your Icebox game, you were going for the dart into the ult instead of the drone into the ult. Which might just be a personal preference thing, but I wonder if that's why I have the conflicting like perspective when I see it, just because I don't do it. I just don't know how much it converts, I guess.
I mean, I do both. I mean, the issue, like, I've been doing the drone more on Icebox, but like, if the team doesn't play up at all, which is obviously a mistake on their part, and I just never get a drone tag, I'm just like, well. But you know, like, I don't know. I don't think like if I get the scan, regardless of which kind of scan it is, I don't typically need the second pulse unless I'm like slow. And like if they're tagged in a good area, then like it's like kind of free. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't super matter to me. I ult off darts a lot, especially on like Haven defense, because I'll have somebody take the contact for the A line, and then I dart into the lobby behind them, and then like that's just very easy to do for me. I don't know.
I gotcha. Okay. I think that's fair.
Oh, my KO is just not ready for anything.
Wow, okay.
Damn, we're just getting picked. Similar to last round. I think we had the one A player died, and then they also got a mid pick. So it's pretty much the same thing happening here. It kind of reminds me of I think one of the Haven games we played.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't like the round just was over in the very beginning before I could even like potentially do anything.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like we want to take mid or we want to like default, and I'm just not in the place where the first fight happens. I don't know if that's my fault or if it's just unlucky. I'm not sure.
It's probably a little bit of both, you know, like there are going to be some games where you can kind of just do exactly what you did here and go unpunished. This Jet you mentioned was an ult, so he's been hyper aggro in mid taking those duels, and that's probably why he's converting them. Like he's probably going to win this one too. Yeah, so he's winning all of his duels mid. In the moment, you aren't going to see that, but mid is a big problem in this game. And the other thing that we haven't really noticed or haven't really done too much is control the A fight, because we've only done this dart, but we haven't really been using util on this lane. Which, to be fair, we do have a KO, so you can, you know, try and have him do that, or you could have the Cypher Cam do that. But normally, it's the initiator's job to kind of guide your teammates up in the start of the round. So if teammates are dying at the start, it's either our positioning or lack of being on the same page or something along that sort. So
yeah, there's definitely a lot of the second element, because I had no idea what anybody but my Rays wanted to do typically.
Right. You did hear that your Rays wanted to fight mid though. Maybe that means you have to cancel your A dart and go and drone mid or something. Because you acknowledged that he was going to fight it, but then you're like, let me try and kill the Vice. Which obviously those are two different plays.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, this is our second round that's like in a 2v5 because everyone's getting picked. Which
It's kind of weird, so
it's like slightly positioning, like pre-round positioning. I would say it's probably majority pre-round positioning. But there's like a layer deeper than that. It's like we have to somehow get in tune with what the fuck our teammates are doing. Which I feel like it's hard.
Super weird. It felt super weird.
Hopefully we can make this rush though. Drone.
My ult's ready. Dropping.
Okay.
Someone's backside.
Scanning ahead.
Nice. We have sight.
They fell off immediately.
Okay, so here we just obviously only have to lick market. That's good. Good ults.
Okay.
I don't know why I didn't grab my knife. I guess I was worried about market, but
Yeah,
I should be able to dodge that.
The smoke fade, that's tough. I mean, it's well timed by them. Like smoke fade, we're getting ulted.
Okay.
Like realistically, there probably is a guy there too, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I was awake for like the first couple rounds. I feel like I would have taken my knife out any other time still. I don't
Yeah.
know why I just stood there.
Spike down. B.
That's tough though. That's a tough round. I guess that also begs the question on like when you should plant here versus here. I think in this situation, since your raise rocket took backside so quickly, maybe planting pillar would be better.
Yeah, probably.
I struggle with that too. Like this B post plant, like I remember we were playing in the 10-mans like whenever that was, like 2 weeks ago or something. We lost almost every single B post plant. And I feel like that site is hard. It is hard.
B.
But the conclusion I'm coming to so far for attack is less B, more mid A, and then also trying to be closer to your duelist, which is,
It's enough to get stairs.
it's like it should be a little bit easier than it is this game. Not on the B exec specifically, but on the A and mid stuff.
Yeah. No jump spell? Oh, we have KO.
Okay.
So
Don't have to worry about the wall now.
Okay, so crosshair placement as we go through here to be a little bit better.
Oh, we have KO.
Okay.
This is just what I'm looking for. So the KO knife, obviously it pings this guy's looking right side. So the only thing you really need to look at when you come out here is left side. Technically the KO knife does clear it, but that's all you would look at here, or you look at this back right angle here. So
Yep.
I would say just pick something. We kind of just come out and look at the center of, you know, the map. So I would just say at least if I saw something like here, maybe even here, it would be a bit more acceptable. You do end up flicking the market though, so.
Shock down.
Yeah, I just don't think I was worried about his backside at all, I guess, because of the knife tag and my
Yeah.
dart, but
It's fair.
Spike planted.
One more.
And we're going back to play post. Okay. It's definitely our
because we
habit.
don't have a trip, and I don't need to check that, like, I think I just probably didn't realize Jet was already dead, and I was like, oh, well, if Jet was gonna, if anybody was gonna flank with that time, it would have been the Jet, but Ju's already dead, so I didn't need to go back here.
Spike planted.
Theoretically, going back B main is the better play. Given that we haven't been able to play up with our teammates in the post, I would consider playing with your KO here. Now, we don't actually know he's going to push into the smoke here. So what I would do in this specific time frame is probably stand either in the plant spot or in the other corner here and get ready to peek off of his contact.
Yep, I like both of those angles.
But they're great. But as soon as you see him like go forward there, like if you were in one of those corners staring at him, you would also go into the smoke and support him there.
Yeah, good.
And then he ends up making his play. He kills 3, or 2 more, I should say. But
Oh my god.
those are the type of plays we're missing this game. Whoops, wrong arrow keys. You do end up coming back on site though, which is better. Let's just win this. Yeah.
This
plays this angle literally
A lot more B success than I would have expected, to be fair.
Yeah. I typically don't go B this much, but it was the only thing that felt like it was working.
Yeah. I mean, we really only went for the A fight like,
Where
what,
is it?
1 round?
Area.
Out of the wall.
Nice, KO. Dude,
Probably.
drop back to-
And then the dart didn't tag.
Yeah, just go quick.
Yeah.
You can drop me bomb.
I'm okay for
Oh,
a
this is
reset.
such a confusing round. Yeah, we just killed
Yeah.
3. Wait, our second take any space, we lose.
Drop in a smoke.
This is
And he's going back.
a fine end
With him
result
and now
though.
he goes back. No.
He's just looking for the Cypher ult here.
Yo.
Cypher has never played with the team before.
Yeah, this is tough. The Sova actually stayed A anchor with an op. Kudos to him,
Yeah.
honestly.
I was like, okay. I wasn't ready for that one.
Yeah, kudos to him. Our Cypher, I think, was going top mid to try to ult the body. That's what he was
He
trying.
must have been, yeah. I was so confused with like, wait, we called the cancel, and this guy, we have no space A. I was like, well, we really should have just actually committed to the B hit at that point, because I think it was like Vice Market, and probably that's it.
Anything would have been fine. It's honestly the Sova just he's a Giga Chad for staying on the A lane there. So I'm not too pressed about that round. I think when I think about that VOD, actually before I even say my own thoughts, maybe I'll have you kind of maybe recap or highlight what you think stood out to you for the attack half. Not a sense, right?
the biggest thing for this game, especially, is that I just felt lost as to what team intentions were a majority of the time, because we would I mean, I don't have any comms from either my Cypher or my KO, but even still, like, typically they don't just like do their own thing completely agnostic from everything else, but they did this time, so I don't know. I feel like I definitely should have attempted to just like hug my Raze more, and I think I was a little too passive in the very start of rounds on attack, based on how we were trying to play the map. I think I was just too married to the idea of the B default, because I'm so used to coming in, breaking Senti util, and then like resetting after that. So that's like me holding on to like past stuff.
Come. That's all good. Maybe the thing I'll add to this too as well is post plants. We aren't able to fight up with our team, whether it be with our body or drone. Market smoke play or on B, or lane or CT fight on A. Okay, let me think. Team intentions, I definitely think I don't know how to word this, but I felt like team intentions, in my point of view, despite there not being comms, was readable enough for me.
No, I agree. Looking back at it, I could definitely tell, based on positioning or just like body language stuff, that what they were going to do, and I definitely could have tried to adjust to that, but I just didn't.
That brings up the question: do you feel like your mental stack is being allocated elsewhere, that you aren't able to maybe pick up that info?
It definitely was for this game, because I was not coming into the game feeling particularly fresh, I guess. Like, I had considered not playing that day, but then I ended up playing either way, and the first game was like pretty rough. I was losing a lot of fights that I was like, oh, I should just win that. And coming into this game, I was still thinking about that. So I definitely think there was an element of me focused on, you know, that aspect of the game, rather than like what my teammates were actually doing for pretty much the entire attack half. And I really don't think I settled into the game until we got like maybe 3 rounds into defense, and then I kind of felt a lot better about what I was doing. But I think, yeah, there was like a mental aspect for the first half for sure, at least.
Despite that, I guess your gunfights were looking good, which is definitely something to celebrate, especially because the thoroughness on our gunfights was something that we tried to work on for a couple of weeks. So just, hearing, I guess, that your mental allocation might have not all been there, but seeing you still win a lot of gun duels is nice. It's really good. Obviously, I say all the time, Valorant is a shooter first, and it's good to see that is still taking the forefront of this. I guess the next level would be, as an initiator player, trying to have strong mechanics while also trying to see what the fuck your teammates are doing, while also reading the whole, like, the game state as a whole via the minimap to kind of understand the macro and stuff, to really come to the best conclusion on where you should be and what type of play you should make. And I will admit, I think in some ways, I think initiator is the hardest role in the game, because like your role isn't very clearly defined sometimes. Like sometimes you can kind of play a more of like a passive supporty type of role. In some games you have to play like a more hands-on fight type of role. Like you have to be able to kind of transition from both sides of the spectrum pretty fluidly. Whereas like duelist, for the most part, can kind of be aggro, and Senti can for the most part be more passive, unless you're playing Clove. So that's something that I felt when I played Initiator, is that spectrum is a bit tough. But from what I can tell, you're a lot more aggressive before we get the bomb down. Like you're willing to go and fight through the smokes. You're going to fight like to take your timings on the B split and like get that opening duel. But then like once the bomb goes down, it's just like, okay, like what do we do now? Let me go and play more correct in air quotes. Let me try to set up a crossfire. Let me try and clear flank. Let me go potentially play my ulti. Let me go in a more comfortable position. Like, you know, you went on A side elbow or like that default box.
I think the only time I break out of that is when I'm feeling particularly confident, because I know that there was a Sunset game earlier this act where I planted a bomb and then ran through market and killed 3 people, and then that was like happening on other maps as well. And I guess it just comes down to like how I'm feeling in terms of how I'm converting my fights. But it's still not super frequent that it happens, and I don't know what the trigger for that is, I guess.
I gotcha. That's interesting. When it comes to decision making in Valorant, like in my opinion, like I come to this very similar conclusions. If I'm playing really well or if I'm playing really poorly. It just depends on how much I push it. Right? So like if we go for the market push example, for this, I'm just gonna stand close so I can do the smokes. Let's just go into the market push example though. Let's say like I'm 0-5 or I'm 10-0. Like I'm still gonna make the same play to get into the smoke, and I'm probably gonna look for a timing to peek out of it on both examples. But whether or not I get the kill and I continue overheating, or I get the kill and then I reposition, is based on my like how I'm playing that game. But the actual like first decision to go into the smoke is likely going to be the same for me, because I know that it's the correct decision, or like the decision that I feel the most aligned with, I guess. So I guess what I'm trying to say is like my scoreline doesn't really change like the initial part of the play. It just changes how much I overheat, I suppose. And somehow I think we have to try and develop that type of structure to where you're making similar high percentage decisions, regardless of if you're feeling confident or unconfident, so that you have the similar opportunities both times.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know. Do you feel like that's more mental, or do you feel like on certain games you see things more?
Yes, definitely that part. On certain games, I feel like I have a far better understanding of everything that's going on, and it's not even like it's not even like a comms thing or like a teammate thing. Typically, I think that sometimes I just have a better read on everything going on, and I just didn't have a good read on the game situation in this one.
Which is fair. They had an awkward comp. Like they had Chamber Vice, you know?
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
like
that's probably part of it. They were doing that weird one way in B main like frequently. And yeah, I don't know. It was just a strange game for me. And I guess maybe Sunset in general. I mean, sometimes it's a very strong map for me. Sometimes it's a very weak map for me, and I don't know where that division like comes into play. But I mean, I think that like this was also just a Sunset game that I did not typically play the way I usually get to play the map, which is like, oh, there's a Cypher, I'm gonna go break his trip, I'm gonna tell my team to just walk up A while I go do this. Like, especially on a pistol, it'll pull some rotates, or like maybe I shock like the market trip off of round start instead, and sometimes that hits the guy that's trying to open the door, but I wasn't doing that this game even. Like I could have been like, because sometimes it still hits the guy who's trying to close doors, so sometimes that shot still works. But I don't know. This one was just a weird one for me.
Okay. I mean, it's definitely understandable. Let's take a look at maybe just the comps on some of these other Sunset games to see if it changes. So this game here, we have Double Initiator, Solo, Dive, Duelist. And then they have Double Senti. Let's see. This game here 3 days ago, we have Double Dive, Duelist. And then they have Single Senti. This was a 5-stack game. Did you feel like you had a better read on this game? Which being a 5-stack
100%.
potentially. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. That game was easy.
Okay. Double Initiator versus Single Senti. See this game here. Ranked game. So they have Double Duelist, Single Senti. We have Double Duelist, no dive. You remember anything about this game?
This one, I just remember that I was not playing well. I don't really remember much else other than that. I don't remember why I was struggling, but I was definitely struggling in that one.
This one we're playing against Vice. Weird comp, but Double Duelist. Do you remember this one at all? We have no Dive Duelist here.
I know that this one was a much more normal Sunset game for me. I don't remember where the issues like cropped up, but this I don't remember this game feeling bad at all.
The ranks in this game seem a bit higher. We have a couple ascendants here. Which one was that? That one. This one is different. Okay. So similar. This one has single Senti, double duelist. This was a little over a week ago. Do you remember this one at all?
Let me pull that one up and look at some of the rounds real quick, and maybe something will come back to me.
Sure. Yeah, it's a minute ago. So
yeah, click through those for me since you already have it here.
Uh,
Oh yeah, this was the game. My Gecko just looked like lost the entire time. It's like he like had never seen the map before or like never played Gecko before, and that ended up being really weird to work around with. It actually just felt like some of my teammates just didn't know what was going on. But like, in terms of like how rounds are playing out, what we were calling, I thought they were fine. Some weird things were just happening at this one. But I mean, like, attack was okay for the most part. But then we got to defense, and I'm playing. Oh yeah, I was playing fast rotate top mid like I always do, and like I actually couldn't get there fast enough, even still. I don't think before like my team was dead, or like somebody died up really far up, and like we just lost all the space. I think that's what was happening.
Double dive makes sense, and they could deadlock wall that rotate too. We're actually just going AB this game, which is funny looking at the timeline. But we're going A a bit more this game than the previous. I do prefer to go elbow routing though, which to be fair, there's a guy here this game. It's actually just AB. Oh, that's funny.
I think I was aware we were doing that too, and I was like, "Oh,
it's working. It's working." Yeah, surprisingly, we're converting a lot more B rounds. So we haven't actually run into a double Senti aside from the game we just played. So it does make sense that it's going to be different. Like, seems like the majority is going to be like some form of double duelist. I think there's double duelist in every comp that we've looked at so far, aside from the one you just played. So I think that's valid. It definitely makes me wonder though if we're just approaching Sunset in the wrong way. Like, I think
certainly possible.
I think like defaulting B. I think next time you play Sunset, try not going B unless you have ults and you're rushing it. I think that's a good thing to try.
That's a very easy thing to change.
So let me say, don't go B unless you're rushing with ults. Start mid and work top mid, or market if you decide to break door. Breaking door is fine, but honestly, you don't see many people break door. At least the VODs I've seen recently, they just leave the door open, or sorry, closed, and they just go fight top mid smoke. Or win the A fight. You could also contact A. Contact through the one way. I also saw this a lot. Instead of just darting and showing presence, I saw a ton of people just walk through the one way and just fight dry. And then that would let them save the dart for the, whatever happened after the contact. So.
Yeah.
Okay. But to me, the two biggest things, we didn't really get to see the whole execute minimap thing too much, aside from like maybe a handful of times. This VOD in particular felt more of like a, pre-round starting position, being on the same page type of thing, and then post plants. So the two things I would like to bold would be the post plant and the map specific thing. And these are, so post plants, we weren't able to fight up with the team. I would like to see us fight up with the team. Like to see us fight on site rather than default to falling back or thinking about crossfires. Like, try, I guess, the first thing you should think about as you plant the bomb is like, can I fight something now? before you immediately go into a crossfire, or think about playing your ult or something.
Yep.
And then the map switch here, or like the map approach. Less B, more mid A. See how that pans out.
Yeah, that's super straightforward.
All right, let's take a look at
Switching
I wish I had a
defense.
fucking comp that told me that the Jet could have been there, or like that she was in anywhere.
Better defense half.
I mean, I can play market. Market's okay. I don't want to be market. Yeah, defense was. I think I was like
set up A
I went 20-9 or something on defense.
Yeah,
I
better
mean, I can play market. Market's
defense.
okay. I don't want to be market.
I noticed you're starting market, but you're kind of just like not fighting mid.
Yeah, I don't ever start here. I typically always start top mid.
Okay. Looking back at this, how would you want to play this?
I mean, I should at least like be looking tiles or something, or maybe even potentially walking out. But like this is the one and only time I start here, the entire VOD.
I gotcha. Sova market's actually pretty good though.
I like it, yeah, because like the flood dart's good if they try to come out B. But like I typically am not in this area. Like typically, if I'm going to be playing towards B, I start like back towards Boba, so I can like potentially dart mid if they're gonna run through mid, or I could dart market, or I could dart site, and I have those options, and I have like this pivot position. That's typically the way I like to play towards B, but there were times where like when the map was first like introduced, that I was playing a lot of market.
I gotcha. Okay. It's definitely a spot that we should get comfortable with as Sova. Whether that be, darting tiles and peeking bottom mid, closing door and just piecing out, or just holding tiles. I mean, it's definitely a good spot for Sova because, as you kind of pointed out, you have the flood dart for B, but then also if they are mid, it's really good for you to use your drone here at some point in the round.
100%.
So
First Safer's gonna set up.
Sova market is good, but yeah, Archaeo's just
Okay.
Giga Chad in this game.
Archaeo's just running out of it. He somehow gets them. Bot mid. Chamber
Wow,
tiles.
I thought it was an A rush. What the fuck just
I
happened?
thought it was an A rush too.
I saw the dart,
Okay.
so I rotated. I would have rotated here too. I wouldn't have gone through mid. But the argument to go through mid, I guess, is to flank. But
Archaeo's just running out of it. He somehow
yeah, maybe we should have identified that the Jet was the player dead and not like the chamber. I didn't really think about it too much. I just saw the player dead and dart A, but agent tracking
that's
is
all I
good.
thought about.
Yeah.
Okay. Archaeo's just running out of it. He somehow gets them. Bot mid. Chamber tiles.
Yeah, canceling here makes sense.
No, I can't even rotate. I have to go back this way. What the fuck is happening, man?
That's a weird round.
Your top mid's open because I gotta worry about market.
You know I'm not behind them anymore.
This is fine. At some point, I would dart to reclear mid or start peeking. Because the mid round reclear here is going to be important.
Yeah, I do reclear. I just
Resmoke
Yeah.
top mid.
It's a good reclear. Just this guy won the duel. That's all. I would have went for it a little bit earlier. I'm surprised this guy's still holding it, to be fair. But that was a good reclear. Definitely the right idea. Then we win. Good team
the
go.
way this round
Is it crazy?
The round, yeah, my Raze kills my Cypher. She also is just like so slow, and I'm like, go fight with him.
Oh, he killed him
It
with the
was-
nade? Is that what happened?
Yeah, look at this. We're like schizo here.
Don't just let
My
our
Cypher's like actively fighting for his life,
Player standing. Go get him.
Oh my
The Boombot
god.
kills him.
and then the Boombot kills him. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Cypher.
What a round.
I don't.
He doesn't know
Yeah,
that nade
I
doesn't
don't-
go behind the box.
I don't.
Okay, top
Well,
mid
maybe because he was
start.
gonna have to go AFK.
I'm down for top
Oh,
mid
okay,
start.
so
Smoke market.
Oh,
smoke
NT.
market.
The outlaw
They
bio was
over
good
my
here.
Outlaw, man.
Start
I
mid.
op abuse on this map
Moving
like
ahead.
semi-frequently for some reason. It's
That's
like
good.
the only map I'll buy op on. Am I getting hit?
You should do it again, boy.
Archaeo is really
Dude.
trying to go through.
He does this like every round and dies.
Something. His device is, oh shit, he got the time. It's so hard to fight mid like that, but I like what you're doing here. Not too pressed about this round.
Should have killed two. Yeah, I was just upset that I didn't kill either of the people at the start of the round, but
Some B main.
Oh, top mid smoke
Top
again.
mid.
Lots.
Rotate.
Oh.
Walked out, walked out, walked out.
Tuck and fight. I'll start.
Scanning ahead.
Yep. I'm coming to you.
I have a huge
No, Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. But you know, that's okay.
All good. We'll review that in post. That's a cool dart. I've never done this one before.
Walked out.
Tuck. Yeah, I like
Okay.
this one a lot.
So looking at the mini map on the rotate here,
On the way.
this dart isn't a dart you can play off of, which is kind of my problem with it. Now you're coming to your duo to play off of it, so it makes sense that this is the dart you go for.
Walked out.
But if we look at minimap here, this is the next player out. If you just like fucking the shit dart off this wall here, like maybe you can bounce in front sight and then peek left side, probably would have been fine too. I know that's what I would have done here because I don't know this dart. But I guess my point being is we're darting for your teammate rather than darting for you.
I'm darting for my teammate because it's my duo and he has a rifle. And I have a
Right.
ghost.
That's fair. That is fair.
Tuck and fight. I'll start.
Scanning ahead.
We'll see if that's
Coming to you.
gonna be a trend, but to be fair, it's a really good dart here.
Can.
Shot your outlaw.
I have your left.
Alright, we just have the drone here maybe. No, we're good. Gun out. Kill this.
Okay, coming with you now.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, this was fine. Good flank on the
He
race
swung
too.
into 5 and killed one.
Yeah, I don't even know if he swung. I think he just shot a audio, killed the guy.
I'll find them.
A start. I just realized that Cypher's playing A and not B. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, dashed up A.
I'm leaving you, man.
I don't know what fucking site is which on this map. Hey, can I get a short smoke?
Could get a counter drone here, I think, but
There.
just in the space. Yeah, if you counter drone there, you might be able to tag him early and then help the Cypher. But also the smoke is late.
Side, woman unknown.
At this point, you just have to play chill. Oh, we're forcing it. Oh my god. That's a little bit greedy, but I'm down. You have to read that the Sova's here, so it's max 2 sight.
Woman unknown.
Yeah, I think they give it to me.
Yeah.
19.
I'm gonna say I hate the play. It's just a little bit scary, but it could have worked out for sure.
Spike down. Player standing.
Oh, okay, let's see.
They do not push this.
On mid.
But they push it now. Get ready, I'm naded.
I have so much energy. A dart, dash
Start
day,
a-
swing. Oh fuck, this guy's
Oh my god.
up. The huge
What
kill.
the
Smoking it now.
Dart. The dart. I think you can go through here off drone.
I'm gonna get killed in drone. I'm gonna get killed in drone. I'm gonna get killed in drone. No, I'm not.
Yeah, this is fine. That's good.
Spike
Controlling the lane area pretty good. I'm surprised that Jet is just fucking disrespecting like that, but
I kill her like 4 times doing the same thing.
our A start might be better off lane on A. Yeah, like this side.
Mine.
Instead of top mid line.
I need to worry about a cam.
I think this is what I
I play the-
recall.
Like I do either one. I mean, sometimes I just kill people off the pixel angle on from bot to top mid like frequently. So sometimes I like being there a little bit more, but
I
do both.
gotcha. I've seen both. I've seen both. I still can't remember which Sova I looked at. Like I'm gonna have to look it up real quick. See.
Like if they have Cypher and there's gonna be a cam here, I start here
Start
like,
here.
super frequently.
Yeah.
But
They do have the Vice Flash. You could break that.
oh, yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Let's see. Sova Sensei. Oh, I looked at Psalm. Let's see. That kind of makes sense. It's coming back to me. What he was doing that game was he had like a dart from yonder. Top of the lane. Let me see.
From yonder.
Yonder here. Like he would do the A dart from here and then get it on this wall. And then this would let him kind of rotate. I didn't
I
know
throw
about
it.
that one. He was doing this one too, actually, through the window.
Yeah, I throw that if I'm gonna ult, but if I'm gonna throw like an A dart that I want to rotate off of, I throw it. I throw it in the game. You'll see it.
I gotcha. Come.
They have a lot of stations. I could even be main here.
You want to play?
Okay.
Let's play.
I mean, we're playing this far back, I think, slightly because our Cypher's here. I mean, it's so
Yeah, if
weird to
there's
see
somebody
this.
up-
Freaking
Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird. If there's somebody up to elbow, I would be farther up.
I gotcha. Drone mid is good. There's a really cool drone I saw Psalm do. I just have to show
Oh,
it.
you can send it over the
Yeah.
the little raptor here. Yeah, I know that one.
This one's fucking insane, chat. Look. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
it's
my
super good.
god.
There's a couple of things like that on Ascent as well that are fun.
You do it on this one?
I don't know.
Doesn't look like it.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
Maybe-
Maybe if you were on the ramp, but then you're that's a little scary.
Nah. Nah. Unless you start here and then drag it. No, it's just barrier. That's lame. But this drone is good. A little damage. This is all fine. Getting into the smoke is good too if you want it.
Revealing
This smoke's a little bit odd though, but if they do it a bit more out, you can get here. And then
Yeah.
kind of just vibe out. Getting the smoke is good.
found them.
If so, well.
Fucking bull.
I got
The flash hit the KO, so they didn't push through.
Who run?
Yeah, they have smoked mid like 17 times, man.
The spam line you're on here is actually really good, by the way. You get like the walk up on market. I've gotten a couple kills here.
Market's open now.
Yeah, I probably should just try to spam it.
So good.
A bit scary if they're close to the smoke,
market.
but
Yeah, yeah.
Open A.
I thought they were gonna try to walk through this smoke the entire time.
me
but they never
too.
did.
3 smokes. I mean, I would be scared.
Oh my god.
Non-existent.
So
apparently.
It's valid that you don't over rotate here too, because we didn't have the
Yeah, 'cause
market
I'm
player.
like, there's gotta be a mid guy, and then I just never see one.
Yeah, the problem is Trevor left market, which is why we didn't get the info on the B split early enough. Like you'll notice, Trevor backed like he's playing slant. Playing slant, he peeked out. So was ulting B or some shit, and then he leaves market. And then now they have the gap to walk B split.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be a little bit different if the Cypher trip was here. You could over rotate. I guess you could rotate off of that knife. I didn't catch that knife the first time around, so that could have been a good timing for you.
So good.
But
Hit market.
this part of the map is tough to play when you don't have a market info and you don't have a top mid trip. So
Open A.
I don't blame you here at all. You use your drone, you use your dart. Like your rotate's just gonna be late here. But yeah, that round's on Trevor.
Omen was there as well.
Scanning ahead.
This flood's tough too.
Non-existent
So
apparently. My Cypher is also just not here yet still, which I think it's crazy that he's still just chilling backside A, but
I mean, his setup doesn't give early A info is the problem. Like he needs to be camming
Yeah.
this line, but
yep.
he-
Yep.
he's an idiot.
Oh my
So
god.
what it
Non-existent
is.
apparently.
I'm looking at minimap here. We have backside space. Now he's scaling up left. You rotate in, and now they're already back right. Okay. So
And my Cypher still hasn't moved.
yeah, I don't think he's gonna move. The only thing you can do here, since your rotate's on this timing, is to try to kill the overswing here. Right here. I think we end up losing the timing because you go from this angle to here, and then they swing past.
Yeah.
Oh no, you actually did hold it.
Omen was there.
We just didn't get the kill. Let's go back
Oh
and
my
take a look.
God.
She's a bit close. Crosshair placement. I'll slow it down.
Yeah, I put it too tight.
Yeah, very tight, but we almost got it. We had the right idea here. It's just a bit unfortunate. Yeah, damn. He swung past. It looks like we were trying to peek it rather than hold it, to
Was
be
there as
fair.
well.
And now the round's pretty much over.
Room that change.
Well, this guy walked in the
My ult
smoke,
is
but-
ready.
30 seconds left.
Plant, I guess.
I tried to, yeah.
This one's
Oh,
hard.
my Cypher's fucking in Narnia.
Yeah. Good that you cancel. We almost got the kill.
I should kill that guy, yeah.
This is tough. This is tough. I think slightly pre-round positioning, I guess. And we also never had the A-line info too, because we started mid. Yeah, that's tough because we're playing the Cypher A. Okay, so we had to think about the map a little bit differently, I think. If Senti B set Sova A to play for line. If Cypher A, we play market, play for this. And then if they go A, we lose. I think that's probably going to be better over the course of many games.
Yeah, fair.
But
They go A, we lose.
yeah, I mean, because like he's our info on this side of the map, but he's just playing really passive info. But because he's on this side of the map playing passive, we aren't able to play the active lane here like we normally would with the dart if you had an elbow player. So
Yeah,
that-
it was weird.
Which means it puts our like the rest of the map like on the back foot. Like we aren't playing aggro market, we aren't playing aggro top mid, so we're just stuck behind these two lanes here, and we aren't playing aggro B main, which our raise might have been. But the point being, I guess, is that just might have to be how you view this map on defense. Or you can try to convince this guy to peace out and go B, so you can actually get this A line.
Yeah, I probably should have done that.
I think both is viable. Yeah,
Yeah, but
tough. Tough.
He's not. It's a,
But also, they just keep smoking mid, so
only round
here's
they
what I'm
win
gonna do.
this half is when they fell on B, so I think they're going good.
I'm gonna buy an Odin. And I'm gonna kill them.
I'm down for this. You can also disrespect this top mid smoke. Was that Psalm? No, it was Daznarth. Oh my god. I was reviewing Daznarth in this game. He was fucking fighting mid like a legend. Like, this is his setup, okay? Top mid trip, cam B, and then sometimes he would trip market, whatever. But a lot of the time when they smoked mid here, he would just sit in the smoke, hear noise, and then he'd just walk out of the smoke and kill two. Like, I shit you not, it worked like three times that game. And then I think, I forget if it was Psalm or Daznarth, but someone sat in this top mid smoke and did the exact same thing. A lot of mid players ran through the smoke and killed three. And I was just like maybe that's just how you win this map, is you just fight mid through smokes.
I get yes, yeah.
But it was working really well, and could be something to try.
Okay.
Yeah, or you get the A line. Like there's really only two ways you can play this map. It's like you get the A line, or you like fight mid. And since we weren't fighting the A line, you might have to disrespect the mid line, which I really like to do by going like this, jumping on this, using this pillar to cover the mid angles, and then just play this.
Yeah, this is a really fun angle. I've never tried to do this in a game, but I am aware of it. But I'm just like, man, if I'm not like Chamber or something, I gotta really hope I kill that guy.
Yeah, you have to get 2 kills here. The other way you could do it too is you have like your market player come out. So they come out here and they go in this angle. Notice how they aren't exposed to tiles.
Yeah.
And you jump on this angle and you're not exposed to bot mid. So you're basically just hoping to win your 2-1s. But at least you're covering each other's angles. So it actually works out surprisingly well. And one player just has to break the dart here or the cam here pretty much. So
Yep.
Not too bad.
Phantom so I can spam.
But it definitely does feel like fuck, we just have no map control type of game, because, well, at least that round we gave up market. We don't have the A line, and you're rarely gonna have the B line anymore, unless you just have the camera there. But it's pretty rare to have the B line now because they changed it.
Mid.
That almost worked.
Same thing as last round. I think.
And these guys don't actually just swing lower. They're cringe. They jump over the box.
Yeah, that's a huge kill. The fact that your Cypher has no info on the lane angle is insane to me, but it's all good.
Yeah, she just kept dashing up that thing, and I was like, well, I know to be ready for it at least.
Okay, so looks like we got the re-clear on A. Right, you got this info, you dart, this jets up, you killed this guy, boom. Reading info, jump spot, see nothing, and then you hold top mid again, this guy dies B, you rotate. I think this is good. You could drone mid off of that mid B kill just to see what the fuck's going on too, but I would also rotate here. I think this is good.
What the fuck is happening, man?
I don't know what's going on either, but this is good. So now that you made it to B, your dart is in 10. Ideally it's up, but you would dart B, get Trevor to push the lane, and then you would come back to market. Given that we don't have dart here, and you're a bit far to drone, I'd probably get onto the angle here, the B angle on the back right, and walk your teammate up. So like pretend like you have an op or something. Which you don't have to do it with an op. I'm just saying, like, you go wide here, you get onto this angle, and then you tell your teammate to push it. Or at the very least, you peek this, and then you see nothing for a little bit, and then you leave. But basically, just get on this lane here. This line.
Yeah, I like that. I had no idea what to do here because I was just confused about
what
on earth was going on.
It's a very hard mid round here. The alternative, I think, would probably be, but you could have just done this from top mid, but just rotate market and then drone from here, or start peeking out. But basically, you have to get info on one of the lanes. So whether or not you do it market, top mid, or B main is dependent on the situation, of course. But I think if you did either here, it would have been fine. Which Trevor is picking B main here, so you know, I guess you could try to get in the B lane with him. But
Yeah.
okay, so now you dropped on the site. It's really good for you to drone B main to see if there's anything here. But Vice spotted A, so now we're just rotating. I would push through mid here or drone mid. You're just looking for one. That's pretty much the thought process you need to get into here. It's like, okay, I have util. We're in like this situation where there's a couple of question marks on the map. Let me see if I can either push it with my body to full clear it or use the util to clear it.
I actually don't know what Yeah, I just feel like they could be literally anywhere right now, and I'm like,
Yeah, and that's exactly why you want to use that util. Like if you say, for example, after this kill, like played with Trevor, like calm to this guy, or just even just like went in this corner and drone, you'd probably be okay. Clear the B main angle, and then like you'd probably be pretty confident to just focus on market, for
There's
example.
the base.
right.
But
30
I
seconds
actually
left.
don't know what to do. There's so much unknown.
there's a lot of unknown.
I really hope I don't die for market, man.
I mean, this guy walks up market to flank spawn. Low time like this, kudos.
Hailing twice.
That was the elbow
10
player.
seconds left. Last player standing.
What the fuck?
That's rough.
Spike
Scanning
planted.
It's better to play this clutch without darting first, just because they don't know where you are yet, but
Yeah, fair.
you're trying to keep him elbow. Or, I mean, default box. RIP.
That's smoker bomb.
And we don't drone either. Close left. Oh, he's far. Oh, winnable. Running gun. Oh my
Yeah, actually, when
god.
this-
We're
For
almost.
some reason, I like fucking autopilot tap bomb. Honestly, it's because I didn't think they were gonna swing me because I had an Odin at that range.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe they thought they flashed me. I don't know.
That's probably what they thought, yeah. Almost,
I don't know
though.
why they would think that. I wouldn't swing that even if I flashed the guy. He's got an Odin.
That's true. You almost got that though.
They walk. So
I should win it, yeah.
That round in particular all comes to the mid round. I mean, yeah, your A player has been terrible this game, but the point is like we could have had a better mid round.
Oh, yeah, my Rays wanted to do something over here.
Holy
And
shit. Just ran into the dink. That's so fucked.
Yeah, I was like, alright, cool.
Oh my god. That's fucking hilarious.
Good work.
I got dinged for this.
2 minute. Chat boys.
That's B split.
Very
Fuck.
market.
Oh, he's the door's not closed.
Defeated.
They broke it.
Revealing area.
Okay. So if we're chilling here, there's no way they come in on this, right? I don't think they would. Okay, well they are.
Yep, they do.
Okay, so let's kind of unpack the round a little bit. We were trying to help the teammate be main. This is all fine. At this point, I'd probably be shift walking because I think you kind of blew his cover a little bit, but all good. Get dinked from here. I think falling back all the way is optional. I think you could probably greed a little bit, and maybe this is just because like I'm a Raze player, but this spot feels very juicy to me for like a trap play. Now I don't know if it's the same with an Odin, but like you get them to come down these stairs, and then you like util dump. So like I guess your Raze, you could be like, hey, like dart with nade or something, and then you could like nade dart and then just fucking fight this, or you could like tight peek and kill the guy getting the orb. Like maybe you could stay here on the off angle. You hear the orb tap, and then you could trap play. You could just peek it. But I felt like we didn't necessarily have to fall all the way back, I guess.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of options here. I think my Rays called for like someone to help them in the main, like with very low time, like before round actually started, which is why I'm running over like so late.
Right.
But yeah, typically I would have like liked to like dart for sure. But yeah, but getting dinked through the box definitely was like, oh well, I guess I'm just gonna
Peace
fall off
out.
now.
Yeah. He's like, well, fuck me. Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's valid. Just be careful of giving too much space, because ultimately that's why we lost this round. If you did want to leave V main, you should pivot the market. Like you get
Yeah,
dinked
I
here,
should.
and then you just like, fuck, like I got dinked, let me just go market instead. That's generally how
Yeah, I should
reposition
definitely
should
go
go.
market.
But
I got dinged for this.
unfortunately, our mid player lost a duel. He should have smoked market as soon as he died, but he dashed anyways.
Carry market.
Yeah, that's tough. I think there was a drone B main too. Is that why we didn't peek it?
I got dinged for this.
2 minutes.
There might be a drone, yeah.
Yeah, there's a drone going right now. Yeah, it's just out too. So
Carry market.
it's hard to do anything here. Maybe you call the B main smoke. I don't know.
Yeah.
Defeated.
They broke it.
This start was good though.
Revealing area.
Scout your push. Now they're not out. You see if they're market. This is where I would drone. Like, okay, they aren't out B main. They aren't out market yet. You just checked. At this point, you have to be like, okay, like let's figure out what the fuck is going on. Are they committing? Are they still B main? So you opt for the try to dodge dart thing, and then you eventually go for the re-clear and B main with physically the gun. Maybe you're, you know, more ballsy than me. I would drone for this specific info here because I'm like kind of low and also have an Odin. But the fact that you got the info is the good part. Now you
Yeah.
kind of have him stuck, but Market's still a threat here, so I would kind of classify this as a bit of an overstay, but you got the core thing down of like regathering the B main info, which was good. Obviously we get caught by the Omen blind, which kind of fucks everything. But
Yep,
Yeah.
I was not expecting an Omen blind. I was like, well, they just took Market. Typically, you know, we would use the Omen blind for that, but I also just didn't think this guy was going to be coming through mid either, I guess. I don't know. I was not expecting an Omen blind.
it's a hard spot. What we're noticing on defense specifically is actually how little we're using the drone in the mid round.
It's beginning to
Yeah,
off.
I'm definitely not using it very much right now.
Oh.
Oh, here's the door I was talking about.
Staticus Maximus. I need to steal that one. Oh, this guy
That's it.
A-dashed again. Dude, I would be so pissed if this guy just kept dashing up lane on me. I mean, he's an idiot, but if he just dashed and then went to site, they would be winning, you know? But I mean,
Probably.
fuck it, whatever.
Spike down.
So
Mid.
this guy's solo inting. They're fighting 2 mid here. Droning mid would be good. Or just taking the timing. Yeah, I like that you canceled the drone. I would just keep walking out
I
here.
cannot fight this.
If you full walked in this Vice here, that would be a kill. But we drone. This is still valid. Okay, so 2 mid, 1 darted B. They're gonna go A side. This guy peeked through the smoke. Okay, there's the dart. We don't know if Chamber's through. Oh, that was a nice ult. I didn't know you had ult.
One enemy remaining.
I think I just got it.
He's close to me.
Wow, they're not walking A, dude. They just walk mid on you.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Both teams are playing this map so weird, but
I hope
you won the fights. We just don't have info on the A line. I think is going to be the core thing this game. But now you're getting info on the A line because your Cypher's not here. I personally would do it a little bit closer so I can go farm my ult orb. But
yeah,
You know.
that's fair.
also Trevor should be one wave, or A main from market. Like you can do both. Like you can close door, one way A at the same time, and then you can dart right away. So you have the
Yep.
A line. That's going to be your best opener here. Fuck. Okay, so B main player dies. Mid player dies. We rotate mid to look for this duel, which is good.
I can't tell.
It's clear. I'd probably walk down mid here or go all the way back to A. But I don't know if they dodge your A dart or something. Which is probably why
Yeah.
you could dart a little bit closer. But yeah, he'll Omen ulted to A.
It's fun.
They found the gap. They know the A gap is there. That's, I mean, we haven't gotten punished really this game for the A gap, but yeah, this round in particular, if we played a better A line, maybe we have a
Can you group
different
with me? Can you group with me?
different round.
Spike planted.
Maybe.
It's tough.
I'm gonna join this.
I don't know how you win this. I personally wouldn't drone here because it's 3v4. I like to get
Yeah.
contact first before I drone when I'm down numbers. But there's a one way, so.
No peeking.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
you're crazy.
Reloading.
Oh, I smoked it.
Man,
No idea that was gonna happen.
yeah, the round's over pretty much.
Player standing.
Good spam line from him. Fuck. I think defense just comes down to our position. Like we're playing top mid, which is the traditional fast rotate spot, but they just, I don't know what the fuck the enemy team is doing. They're not really rushing per se. They're like the Jet's rushing. He's dashing up lane. But like they aren't
Yeah.
rushing as a team, so the fast rotate's losing its value. And I think we have to identify that a little bit earlier to like counter the default by playing for the A lane, by disrespecting mid, or maybe even by fighting for B, which I think you would have to get Trevor Smoke to do that. Like you would have to like aggro smoke here, maybe you would one way on the thing, or maybe
Yeah.
you do it on the stairs, but
I've definitely like forced myself to play fast rotate a lot more than I. Well, obviously, because that was the whole thing.
That was the
when we
whole
first
thing.
Started.
yeah.
So yeah, I should go back to being more flexible.
Yeah, it has to be like a active decision. And the framework I use for defense is the first like 3 to 5 rounds on defense is fast rotate as I'm gathering info. And then based on what happens, like what they're doing after it, I'll change my position. So like pistol first
Yep.
gun round, maybe even second gun round, I'll probably be like in this area. And then after that, maybe I'll like go here or like maybe I'll go here. It's very more like it's a lot more dynamic. Also, this is a face. But yeah, that's a good way to think about it. Let me write that down before I forget. Use the first 3 to 5 rounds to gather info on how the enemy team is playing by playing fast rotate / center of map. If they're playing rush style, continue to play fast rotate. If they're showing that they can default / fake, probably better for us to start contesting extremities. Okay, and then the other thing was get info in the mid rounds. Mid round reclear can be done with dart, drone, or a body, or bodies. Okay, let's keep going then.
Okay. This game.
Yeah. I mean, a retake is going to be the worst thing in the world. I just don't understand our Cypher setup, but it's okay.
I don't either.
Like, realistically, we win this game if we have one way. If we have KO play B to cancel drone. If we have Clove A. And then raise A. Like, we basically just need the one way, fight A line, and then KO Cypher B. And we just win every round. I don't see how we lose.
Get out of my
Scanning
way.
ahead.
Good dash. I do the exact same thing with Raze. I'll satchel to kill the market door close.
Okay, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. It is what it is.
that's really bad, man. That's fucking terrible, man.
That's also the third time he's died B main. So I see what your point was. You're like, you're playing top mid, and then you're like, they're out before I can get there. Yeah. Oh, they actually don't commit though. But this is kind of the theme this game. Like two of your teammates would die in the first 20 seconds on attack, and two of your teammates would die in the first 20 seconds on defense.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was certainly happening.
It's somewhat of an anomaly, but it also could mean that maybe our starting position should try to be next to a teammate for both halves to try to address this. But it's not a perfect solution, I guess. Like, enemy team is winning gun duels. Oh, you have a timing. Oh, let's go in. Oh, let's
I
go.
have it anyway.
Nice. Coming out of smokes, this happened on the A thing too, where you denied the plant. You're crouching a bit too quick when you're coming out of the smoke. It's like, if I slow it down here, your first bullet's in the chest because you're crouching before your first two bullets. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. I should start the spray first.
Yeah, start the spray first, then crouch. Just to show chat what I mean. If you 2-bullet burst, or if you shoot 2 bullets and then crouch, all your bullets are like head level or above. But if you crouch before you shoot, you're now shooting bodies. So that's kind of what's happening here.
Taken out.
One more close.
Wait, you lose this? D2, I think. That was good flood. Got the timing. Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
These guys are terrible. They just
Smoke one by one.
Yeah, if he did his thorns a little bit better, that would have been tough.
walk the device thorns.
Alright, fuck the market door. I'm not doing that shit again.
No, that's better too.
There's no way he has knives, so I would close market door still.
Please
But...
don't throw away your life, please don't throw
Okay,
away.
so you see how these, you're even saying it. See how this guy's fighting mid? You should also fight mid. Fuck the dart here. Just gun out and fight this bottom lane.
Your life, man. Please don't throw away.
I forget which pro match I saw, but oh, I got kicked out. There was like 3 top mid players just staring at this angle because the attackers were just disrespecting the mid angle, so they kind of just like gunned them down. You can do that on Haven too. Like you probably have done that on Haven. You have like 2 window players, like 2 players hold window, and then 1 player walk down grass. That's pretty much what you do here.
Your life, man. Please don't throw away your life, man.
Fucking hilarious.
You want to play? Let's play. There they are.
So yeah, you'd be in front of the smoke here if you were fighting with it.
Wow.
It's I'm telling you, it's way better just to fucking see your teammate fight and just gun out next to him. Like fuck the dart, fuck everything.
Okay, man.
W play. I didn't know we were gonna smoke bomb it, so I was like, well, I'll just hold this and then.
Yeah. You're gonna get smoked off though, is my point.
That's true.
Oh, we're actually winning though. Oh yeah, we do go OT. Somehow the guy's out, big man.
That was
Okay.
mid still.
Yeah, you can jump spot this maybe. You don't have to though, because they have the out. I'm just kind of thinking about the dart right now. Dart in 5. Oh fuck, we're peeking. Oh, we got a
There was
timing.
also mid.
Okay, good discipline. I would have peeked and died to the op right there.
I'm gonna just swing with the dart instead.
Yeah, W discipline. And we win. Okay. 13-15, huh?
Yep.
Back to B. You know, that's the name of the game.
Deploying drone.
We're giving first blood every round.
Yeah, the Jets just winning the Talos fight every game. Like that's what, the 3rd or 4th tile skill he's got.
First blood every
I think so.
That's definitely something in the future maybe we could account for. Like less B,
Yeah.
deal with this mid guy. Trevor's also not smoking top mid as a default, by the way, but that's something to think about too.
We just hit this late. Oh, you didn't get to see me kill the jet. It was kind of swag.
Oh, let me go back. Oh, nice. You could probably have a mid gap there. Get that kill dart top mid.
Omen Vice both be.
Yeah, I probably should. I think at this point I was just mad and I was just kind of rage fighting people.
I'm Vice, like we're leaving.
Fair.
We just hit this late.
I don't know what their positions are. I would assume after that first kill, they would be heavy B side. What is this? 25? Yeah. Okay, well they're not heavy B side. There's also no top mid gap.
Yeah, I figured that after we killed I killed the jet and then we made noise like we were leaving, that we could just like chill for a sec and hit this a little bit later. And then the second I said that, my KO flashed out of the smoke and died.
I do see that here. I'm surprised that this chamber didn't get the A line. Like technically he has it, but like
Yeah,
there's
he's just super passive. Yeah, that's a little bit. Oh my god, I'm crazy.
Okay, he's good shit, man.
Okay. Is there any indication that we know he's doing that? He's in the smoke.
No, I literally 2 seconds ago, like right before this, I'm like, we'll just hit this late. Oh my god, I'm crazy. This is actively
Okay.
top. They just go
Good
and
shit,
I'm like,
man.
oh.
Yeah.
Like, we fight through?
We did comment, so I can't even be mad.
No peeking. Satchel out.
Probably close right. That's a good Omen blind. This Omen's been playing backside really well. And he went through with the flash. I mean, well played by them. Fuck. We just gotta put B on the ban list. It's so hard to scale backside now, I swear to god, it's so hard.
It is very difficult.
At least against Omen, right? Because like, he's just gonna blind you. I don't know.
Just dashing up tiles and swinging market out.
Okay, we'll have the rotate on A now because we have the crossfire. So this is good. We can make it. Okay, so our rotate should be more.
Dashing up tiles and swinging market out.
Like if you read minimap here, let's see. I'm looking at your eyeballs real quick. So we see, and then he dies, so we pause. We should continue going because this elbow player hasn't fallen yet. So you try to fill into this player's gap.
Yeah.
The god angle. Let me show you. I have to load back into the game. No one expects this. I don't know whose pro VOD I saw it from, but I tried it out. Pretty good. Basically, it's like the angle right below here, where like attackers play on the post plant. You just sit there on the defense, and people will pre-aim the top part instead of the bottom part. You can get a pretty good fight. Yeah. Let me see if I can load in quick enough though. My customs always take so long for it to load.
It's very strange.
Faster. Okay, perfect. So it would look probably something like this. I don't know if you would dart even, but if you did want to dart, you would just go here and then you play here. This, because like from their point of view, they're going to come around this corner here and they're going to pre-aim upper, but then you're here. So you have a pretty good angle here on that first fight, but you could also just like walk down from that rotate and then just do it silent. And then you'd read the mini-map. Okay, KO's fighting, and then you just peek off the timing. And you try to get a kill.
Yeah, 100%.
We do end up repositioning though. It's just a little bit late. Maybe if you were like,
I'm a little
yeah.
too slow.
You got that pacing
Decisive
earlier.
here.
Yeah. The one way also kind of fucks around.
Give bubble smoke.
Oh,
No.
I don't know if he saw you.
Hold your lead.
Honestly, fuck it. I like the play. There's a thing you can do, apparently. The one way is here, and then you like jump and then crouch to tuck your feet in so they can't see it, and then you land on the other side.
Yeah.
I haven't done
Should've
it,
done that.
but that could have been a gamer play. And then now we should draw an elbow, I think. Gotta be an elbow player. Did we not see
Smoking
one
it.
more? Yeah, the chamber got the kill, so I would drone here. Draw an elbow. He's got to be there.
I'm gonna drone this. I think they come back.
He might have a timing CT. No, he's back to mid. What the fuck? I'm misreading the game.
No, man.
Both there. Okay. Ah!
There they are.
Jump once that fight.
Swing up me. Swing up me.
Honestly, you can't swing off him. You're gonna die with the chamber. Oh, he's not here.
Enemy remaining.
It worked out. I thought the chamber was gonna be holding you.
Revealing area.
Like, that's well played.
Yeah, I don't know.
Swing up me. Swing up me.
He took the timing into market, I guess. The jet played that well though. He like baited the shot.
Enemy remaining.
Yeah, I could tell that they were
Should be in market.
trying to do that.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Seconds left.
Gonna win this, right? Oh fuck, he's back to mid. But you get this. 13-15.
First camming it, man. That's gonna ruin it. Okay.
Oh yeah, I remember what happened here.
Or
That-
so-
That's
I've been
so
just
hard.
camming every
Man, this is
round,
gonna
and
ruin it.
My jet just goes giga wide.
Okay.
I would have done
Too
the same
slow.
thing. Like the jump spot is completely
Or so
fine.
just camming it, man. That's gonna ruin it.
Even if the raise dies here, it is still fine. The refight here looks good. Unfortunately, we just lost the spray duel. That's like all it is. Like he hit a nice shot. I wouldn't drone or dart there because they haven't been fighting it.
Nah,
So
we're getting
then
punished for it sometimes.
this is why we lose, right?
So they're B main.
Oh, they're out mid. Oh, dart mid. Alright, what was the B main call?
We can make a hard read.
Track them down.
Nah, we're getting punished for it sometimes. So they're B main.
I guess because you don't see anything mid. I would have just went in
Yeah.
the mid smoke there, but filling in the gap. And he did dash out B, so you did have the right read. Why don't we get on site?
Jet's on site. Because
B main.
Jet's already like in. Like she's close left right now.
You don't think you'd rather take that fight, I guess? Or are you just hoping that he overswings?
I'm hoping somebody overswings, and I'm going to be saying that to myself in a second here. I'm just like, please swing back side.
I see.
Jet's on site. The Jet's overheated every other time, right?
Right. I mean,
But also, like, walking to that dart and also trying to fight the left angle
Spike
is just,
planted.
I feel like, really difficult.
the left angle
Yeah,
is tough,
side.
for sure.
Yeah.
And us maintaining backside control for the retake isn't bad, per se.
Can you shot?
I just would have liked to see, I guess. Like, your rotate was pretty quick, you know? But because, like, we didn't actually look for that first fight,
Fuck that.
we missed out on the opportunity there.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that should have killed.
Shot dart.
Okay, there we go.
Nice.
Revealing
dart.
area.
Too close, sir.
Last player standing.
This Omen played well this game. Yeah, I mean, that's tough. I would say the main thing is we were playing the fast rotate position, but we couldn't get value out of it. And that's partly due to how they were playing. But at least that round in particular, we could have probably flooded. Or maybe not even flooded, but we could have rotated on that back wall angle here and peeked this lane. Like went here and then just fight this. I think that probably would have been
Yeah.
okay too. Like either or, like sure you can kill the overheat here, the overheat here, but yeah, it's a bit hindsight, but I just would like to see, I guess, a bit more of like, let me go look for fights, take space, or like look for info. Cause like you were hitting your shots this game, you know? We just didn't really go for it this game. Like we're a bit too slow. Like even on the A rotate, we kind of like paused here. I think that's the thing we need to train up is like, oh, they're hitting the site. Let me go rotate quick and see if I can get on that line.
Yeah, I feel like that's very easy to do on the other maps in the pool currently. And I feel like I'm always there in time now. But I don't know, something about Sunset makes me hesitate, I
Right.
guess. I'm not sure.
It's a little bit scary on Sunset, I will say. You're playing with Trevor, so there's some things you could do. If they're coming out B, ask for this smoke on the headshot angle, and then you guys just flood out and fight this.
Yep, I like that.
Like that's what I saw Xander do. I pretty much copied it, but that's one thing you could do. The other smoke you can ask Trevor to do is this smoke here, that crosses like covers this, so they can't push through. And then you can get through the market smoke, or when you're flooding in backside, there's a smoke here, so you can kind of hold it. You can also jump on the ledge, and you might get an angle over it. So, I think for defense, you and Trevor need to be a bit, paired, because like typically when you play smokes on this map, it's like one way this, or you have flood smoke here, or you have the one way here. Like the smokes are like not in play, which is forcing. Well, there's a couple things happening on defense, but everything on defense is suboptimal. Like literally everything. Our Cypher's playing A passively. Our B hold is terrible. We don't have the early one way. We don't have the flood smokes. And also like our early positioning isn't allowing us to get the A line. We aren't like fighting mid with the homies. Our KO is running it down, but we aren't able to support. the B line obviously doesn't really exist unless you use a clove smoke. So I don't really know what like the conclusion is, but like everything's wrong. So we just have to like fix up a couple things to make it right, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sunset, I think defense positioning is going to be fast rotate, play top mid first 3 to 5 rounds, and then adapt from there. And that's going to be true for all maps, by the way. So I'm going to bold this. Like on Haven, play B for the first 3 to 5 rounds. And then if they're playing defaulty, go play for the A line or whatever, you know, or like on Ascent. You could play like mid 3 or like somewhere in spawn rotate. Maybe even like CT side and dart B main early, and then play fast rotate. And then like after 5 rounds or so, you could start playing the B main info player, or you could start darting A main or something, or just something along those lines. Like the first 3 to 5 rounds is info gathering, like feeling them out a little bit, and then go from there. I don't know why this analogy came to mind, but like I imagine this is what like boxers do. Like maybe the first round or so, they're kind of just like playing safe, and then after that, they'll probably change. But that's kind of how I would think that would happen in a fighting match, and I feel like that's kind of how you should approach Valorant defense, at least.
Yep, that makes sense to me.
I guess it's also true for attack. Maybe you default the first couple of rounds and then go for rushes, but I kind of do the opposite. I kind of just rush first and then go for default. But
Yeah.
yeah. And then the other thing for defense, the big thing is going to be the mid-round info. Like we need a lot more in mid-round info. Need more mid-round info. Initiators are the best to do it because they have util to do it, so it's less risk. Okay, so to recap, attack, less B, unless you have ult, work mid more, go top mid, whatever, it's just Sunset specific stuff, and then post plants. It's going to be like all maps, but we have to just change the way we play post plants. Look for fights, see if you can fight a lane. Just like think about fighting first and then falling back later or crossfires later. And the defense, like I said, 3 to 5 rounds, gather info, and then adapt your starting position accordingly. And then in the mid round, try to go for more info reclears. So pretty fundamental stuff. I think you should be able to try and implement for all maps for this week.
All right, that sounds good.
Cool, man. Do you have any questions for me?
Nope, I don't think so.
Alrighty, well, we're looking good, like gunfight wise and all that stuff. I think just a couple things to clean up, a couple like focus points to keep your intentions on the match, and I'm excited to see what this looks like for next week. So definitely try and keep this at the forefront of your mind for this week's games.
100%.
All right, man. You take care.
You as well.
Peace, peace.
See ya.
All right, chat. I wasn't really reading you guys too much, but I do have to hop out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Seems like there's a bit of coping in the chat. It's all good. It is all good. I'm gonna end the stream here. Let's see if there's anyone I can send over to raid.
Let's take.
Not really. No one streams in this time slot, I guess. All right, you guys take care. I'll see you guys next Monday. Monday? Yeah, next Monday. But yeah, peace. I'm gonna go coaching the dojo. If you guys want to join the dojo, we have 65 members right now, I think. !mark dojo if you're interested in coaching. Or the community coaching thing. So if you like this type of content, I think you would like the dojo, but make the decision for yourself. I'll just put the little, I can't type. I can't type in the chat on OBS, but !mark dojo. But yeah, you guys take care, man. You guys take care, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace. Good luck on your ranked games. Later. Later.